Alistar gonna be taken away here to deny some of Langui's, great picks on the Alistar. He's known to be one of the best Alistar users back in Season 1. X-Vi being denied off the Vi as well. And Yone is just a great catch coming in from Edward Gaming. That leaves the Aatrox open if they do want to pick it up for X-Vi. I mean, he's gonna love it for sure. But is it gonna be a trap by EDG is the question for me.
We'll see, because if they do lock in the Aatrox, it's gonna be the Jace that's gonna be picked on the other side. But if it's gonna be the Jace for Thundertalk, it provides more raw damage as well as a faster clear. Probably also a good way for them to have more control over the river, because Jace does have double the amount of abilities before you get to level 5 across almost all champions in the game. Now I'm just looking at what can Thundertalk add here in their composition. A good wave clearing mid laner could be very beneficial for them to be able to take control over the river before the 5-minute mark.
Ooh, I'm actually liking the Nautilus pick here coming in from Edward Gaming. This is going to be quite impactful for sure. I mean, we have seen very little Nautilus being picked up, but it's mostly actually EDG that loves picking up this champion and getting one single target burst down and then just so much follow-up. The shields are also there for the Nautilus. There is an extended teamfight potential and scaling for Edward Gaming. But man, oh man, we see even approval ratings going towards EDG.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't see this ever. Rank 7 versus rank 1. And the approval ratings are on EDG.
Yeah, this is unprecedented. It's insane right now. The support that EDG is getting, and it's a lack of a better term right now. We all want to see the underdog rise up and make gods bleed. And now looking at the compositions as well, I think Thundertalk has a bit of an advantage, especially in the early game when it comes to the mid to jungle matchup. We'll see if Thundertalk will take advantage of that, or they'll just try and play a more safer game as the team fights. As the game goes and we get into the team fights, the Nautilus pick, I do agree, is a really good pick for the side of Thundertalk, because it will force the Zeri to play more at the distance, wait for this Nautilus to commit, because if she does go into the fight, she's more of a shorter range marksman, and she is in range of the depth charge, and it's going to be hard for her to dodge that, unlike if you're piloting a champion like the Xayah, where you can just pop your ulti and dodge the depth charge. So this is going to be this intricate dance right now between the two teams of how to dodge out the crowd control, and when and how you're going to be able to throw down the damage when the team fights do come.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just so excited for this. We are getting our minds blown already at the start. The draft is so amazing. The approval ratings are just so uncanny as well. Xiao Jiang back on one of his most used champions as well, the Jax, in which he kind of has a hard time before in the Baron lane, especially back in Season 1. But this time around, he has shown to have more stability, especially in the recent games that they've had. I mean, he has picked this champion quite a few times. Has so far not dropped a single game in the win streak that they've had.
Yeah, we'll see how Xiao Zhang will be able to match up against Shin, because so far it feels like when it comes to where the junglers have started, there's more priority for EDG in the top side, with the Aatrox starting on the red side of his jungle, while for the Jace starting also on the red side jungle respectively for Thundertalk. So do expect this Jace to go on the bot side. Soil? Okay.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about Langui. You don't know when he will go on to you, and with that surprise alone, that's half of the health of some of the members there of Thundertalk.
Yeah, because for Sivir, she's really strong at level 2. She's able to pick up both her ricochet and also her boomerang toss. So it's a really strong trade tool at level 2, and also with the hook, just made all of these things hit together. Also for Sivir to be able to really utilize the most of your damage is you throw an auto click your ricochet so that you get the reset on your auto.
100% win rate by Langui against Drop, and has been very impactful in every single game as well. This time around, they are going to be getting great dash. Charge there by SMY just to be able to escape.
Yeah, you can really see there that even though ThunderTalk was the one who was able to shove the turret, both the Sivir and the Nautilus is just that confident they can take fights. The advantage that ThunderTalk tried to do in the bot side was to utilize the Ornn to also shove the wave to minimize the lane control that the Sivir could have. But as the game goes on, it's gonna be the Sivir who's gonna have more control, especially when she shifts into the mid lane. Right now, in terms of where the junglers are going, we always need to keep an eye on that, because early game, the Jace could have more impact if he's able to throw down the damage before the Aatrox gets to the fight.
I mean, the main benefit of the Sivir later on is the spell shield late, especially when the Call of the Forest God gets used as well by SMY. This time, we see some poke, actually not just some poke, that's massive poke coming in from the Sivir. The Ricochet is so irritating. I just love to see it now on Wild Rift. The players are now feeling how just so strong the Sivir actually is, and it just brings me back to the golden days as well on the Sivir for the PC version. XY is gonna be in the top lane, Fight is in the bottom lane as well as 0711 gonna be using the World Ender as well to just get the first blood. And Soil is gonna be alone here, trapped under the tower, but not safe at all. Burned to death with a Hemo Plague there of you.
Yeah, great timing right there on the tower dive for EDG. We're talking about how this bot lane has been bullied, and going to this replay, we actually started already in the middle of the fight where 07 was just basically able to auto attack and get the kill immediately, and so just getting flashed right there by Yo, also getting hit with Ignite. But going back, how that all started, it was prepped up by EDG because the Sivir was able to back earlier on, even though they did not have the most optimal back, but they were able to at least clear the wave, get some items on the Sivir, and they were able to do some damage over the bot lane, which allowed EDG to have enough damage to take down the already damaged members of ThunderTalk.
1,000 gold after that as well. There's already a start, and we mentioned this time and time again as we anticipated or wanted to see, crave to see this matchup right now. EDG will never hold back, will never hesitate to engage when they find an opportunity. And the best part about EDG as well is that they don't really go in reckless. Everything is calculated, and it's just the confidence that makes it even better.
Yeah, we saw that earlier, right, with the preparation before they went in. For just looking at it in terms of the tower dive, you see the aggression, but before they really committed to that aggression, there was a lot of prep that they had to do before they were sure that it was something that would work out for them. And let's see if that's something that they will also translate here, because we're about to hit the 5-minute mark. Both Herald and Dragon will spawn. EDG already running towards that Herald.
I mean, Langui and Alone, the synergy and the lead that they've gotten in the bot lane, that was pivotal a while ago in the fight. And this time around, they're going to be starting once again here towards SMY. Just a little bit of poke towards him. But he as well is able to answer back. Dragon going to be initiated by XY as well to answer towards the RH take there of 0711. Tradable objectives, but what happens after is going to be the big thing, because now they turn off SMY once again. Call of Force God can still be charged up here, denied by 0711 as he lands the Darkened Sword onto him.
Yeah, great series of plays right there. You can really see both of these teams going at their hardest. Z popping the shockwave out at the start, almost saved the Ornn as we get to this replay right here. 0711 really want to put all the momentum in the mid lane by throwing down the Herald, but they wanted to try and get SMY. The shockwave almost bought enough time, but with the flash third proc of that Darkened Blade, 0711 was able to get the kill. If he didn't flash it, the Ornn might have lived, and maybe ThunderTalk could have turned things around.
Almost a tower takedown there. Alone actually chipped down a bit of the HP of the tower just beforehand, but SMY and Z did a really good job at shoving them away. And now that at least buy some time for ThunderTalk to maybe maneuver around the map, still protect the mid lane turret. Xiao Zhao also pressuring the spot lane right now.
Gosh. XBuy is here though to try and defend the turret. So far 3-0 in terms of kills for EDG. ThunderTalk needs to figure out how to stem the bleeding, and to be fair, the bleeding has not been insurmountable in any way yet from EDG. Yes, they are the ones who are making plays. Yes, ThunderTalk is on the back foot in most of it, but do remember that they still have late game potential in their compositions. This Orianna, when she gets her items, she's gonna hurt when these shockwaves hit let's say even the Aatrox and the Sivir. While on the other hand, Zeri is one of the premier late game carries that we have, not because of the damage that she deals, but because of the consistency and how slippery she can get and how many people she can hit with her abilities. And that's the thing right now for Thundertuck. They need to stem the bleeding.
Oh,
okay. Top
great
side.
poke. I think that's gonna signal the back of the rest of EDG in their attempt to force a fight top side, just because of the pokes coming in from Xby and Soil.
Yeah, I had to stop right there because it could have been a fight, right? If Thundertalk was a bit more risky, if they really wanted to, they could have forced the issue right there. But instead, they know that they don't need to risk much. They just need to figure out when they're gonna go in. But Shin,
full investment in the bottom lane. It's 4 people left about here. Onto Shin, still trying to fall back, but it's not gonna be allowed at all. At most, top side is gonna be pushed, but the bottom side as well by EDG will get the tower here.
Yeah, EDG trades a topside tower for a bot side tower along with the kill. Overall, that is an advantage to EDG because of the kill of the gold kill. But on the other hand, do remember that it's still the Zeri who was free farming on the top side, and that is right now the win condition of Thundertalk, to put this Orianna and the Zeri in a position wherein they can deal the damage against the members of EDG.
The only thing I'm really scared of here is that the amount of crowd control coming in from Edward Gaming later on. 30 HP left onto the tower. Call to Force Guard gonna be as well. Still able to get the tower, but they have to fall back this time around. Slow coming in. Flash by Langui. They will be safe.
SMY just using the charge to try to get nearer towards the Call of the Forge God to be able to get the second proc. Maybe could have translated for something there for Thundertalk, but now 4 members of Thundertalk are actually leaving the mid lane. I thought they were trying to get a siege down, but since there were still a lot of members of EDG there, they opted for the safer play, going for just a side lane shove. And now early game is clearly in favor of EDG, but going back to what we mentioned earlier, it's still not insurmountable for Thundertalk. We have seen them in situations where they're behind early and just one fight just gives them just one fight, right, gives them the advantage, and they never let go. And that's still the lingering threat here from Thundertalk. They might seem docile now, but when they decide to pull the trigger, they go 100%.
Yeah, it's like it's just the dragon sleeping. Just sleeping right now. And this is very reminiscent, to be honest, of J-Team last season. Slow, methodical, but on the proper team fights, when they actually need to fight, they become godly. So that's why EDD, despite their lead right now, like you mentioned, they should never be overzealous, too overconfident, and especially reckless.
Definitely. Langui trying to go for a pit here.
There's a charge. SMY gonna be knocked up as well. They are turning onto everyone. Shockwave just onto Langui. I think it's just the call for the disengage here. You gonna be with a Hectic Ultimatum. Great dodge though. But the other members called Forge God is gonna be shielded up here by Alone as they now turn to the Dragon.
Yeah, that fight, EDG, they needed to force that so that they would be able to secure this dragon. In terms of HP bars, EDG does have a clear advantage. So Thundertalk, they don't even try to get to the pit. But Langui again going for another hook.
Yeah, Dredge line connecting, but no follow-up at all coming in from the rest of Edward Gaming. The Shock Blast as well is starting to hurt.
Yeah. The threat right there, right, from the Shock Blast, it was more of... it started out the Jace was trying to go for the farm, but when they saw that, hey, there's gonna be a mid lane, there could be a mid lane fight, XY immediately ran there, and instead you sometimes see other fights, you're threatening them by throwing CC, throwing your abilities. The Jace is like, I'm threatening you with damage. Get out.
With that poke.
With that poke, yeah.
With that jab. Hey, warning shot. Don't come close, or else you're gonna be hammered.
It's a warning shot that really hurts though.
Yeah, I just think that it's just a... like, Edward Game will be like, really? It's just a warning shot? Alright,
it's just a warning shot.
Fine. Here's the contract. We will not fight for you with you for 20 years.
If only EDG and Thundertalk had that luxury right now. No fighting for 20 years, but we don't have that luxury, Kia. So casting this for 20 years.
No, not like that, please. Man, Xiao Jan gonna be initiated this time around. Still able to dodge some of the damage here from Xba and Shin, but the tower will fall down. I think that's a sizable win by Thundertalk.
Oh my god!
Cost. Everyone is gonna be here. The Demon Lord is gonna be here as well. 0711, great knock up as well coming in towards the Camille. They pin both of them down. And Edward Gaming with a punish.
Yeah, it was a parade of champions of EDG. Sivir just popping her ultimate along with the World Ender. You have no chance to escape that. You're gonna run it barreling towards you, and what a great timing as well for EDG as the Baron has just spawned. There's a 5v3 advantage right now for EDG.
I mean, this is a great move, but still very risky. You play call support guard gonna be already 4,000 left here on the Baron as they still commit onto it. Shockwave gonna be used. Are there gonna be a steal? No! Edward Gaming gets it and everyone lives as well.
Yeah, EDG just turning the things around, just having the pace become super fast for them right at this point. EDG getting too close to the bot side, then running straight to Baron, seeing that the timer is at 12 minutes, and ThunderTalk did not have any chance to try to steal that away. They didn't have a jungler. It was 400 HP, but Shockwave was already expended by Z, and now Baron buff minions EDG will be having in terms of advantage on these side lanes. ThunderTalk will need to burn down this Baron first before they'll be trying any fights.
303 on 0711. Is now starting to be a menace here in this game as well. We saw him just charging earlier. So it's gonna be a lot of trouble to knock up as well. A CC chain Shockwave gonna be just for the defense, but still not gonna be enough. Z this time around. Gonna get chased. 0711 with the flash in. Z is gonna be flashing out as well. SMY going with the charge and Cold Force Guard as well. Gonna be still on to 0711. At least try to protect everyone. But the tower is gonna be falling down. Shin gonna enter, get the kill onto the 8 steal. That's gonna be a trade here by ThunderTalk. But man, oh man, Edward Gaming does not step on the brake. A full-on acceleration.
Yeah, EDG, full-on acceleration, going the extra mile right here. Taking down kills, taking turrets while they still have the Baron buff, and this could be it. So far, EDG has been showing the signs of being able to make ThunderTalk bleed, being able to get a game off of ThunderTalk, and all started on this replay right here. Wherein it was initially a tower dive for 0711. He's such deep into enemy territory, but this Aatrox is just so strong at this point. Yes, he got taken down by Shin, but the turret did go to the favor of EDG.
But I think it could have gone worse if 0711 was actually still alive. So great cancellation there. At least a bit of a deniable Shin. Also, shutdown goal will be gifted onto him. Great timing on the meteor as well. That damage? Shock Blast though is like out of this world. I thought they're behind, but it doesn't seem like so.
Yeah, there's 40% of HP of alone, and right now EDG is a bit behind to forming up on this dragon. This has now allowed ThunderTalk to throw in some pokes, but fight might be
risky. Yeah, the Stasis is gonna be used at least to buy some time. SMY is gonna be taken down. Xiaoxiao having the backline access this time around. Flash away by XY. 0711 chasing Z. They don't have flash anymore, and 0711 loves it. Lands the sword. Is Soil gonna be next? Is he gonna be entering? No. Return onto the dragon after picking so many kills.
Yeah, in all of these fights, feels like Langley has a 100% win rate on this Nautilus, and the hooks, the dredge lines has just been so key. The pickups from EDG has just been catching ThunderTalk over and over again. 7k gold lead right now, almost actually 6k gold lead for EDG, but man, EDG has just been on the driver's seat this whole game.
The entire game. And it's being backed up by the stats right now. Slow but consistent pace of this game. A development by EDG. They remain uncontested in every single fight they do. Alone keeps being untouched in the backline as well. At most, it's just a shock blast that has been hitting him, but everything else doesn't. And back-to-back Baron by EDG.
Yeah, back-to-back Baron. 16 minutes into the game, they can still be able to shove down these lanes, wait for Elder Drake to spawn later on, and end the game from there if ThunderTalk does not give them a fight. But we know ThunderTalk as well. They have been able to come back in some deficits that we have seen before, but I don't think they have been challenged as much right now by EDG. They still have their undefeated streak. EDG is looking to break that one.
And that's a big goal. But big improvement by EDG is also making it very possible right now, especially with this prowess that they're showing. 8,000 gold lead against Thundertalk of all people. Now with the Baron buff, they are splitting up across the map, making sure that they get the leverage well across everything right now of Thundertalk.
Yeah. This is League 101 when you have Baron buff, you try to make the most out of it, and Thundertalk is trying to go for these fights, trying to look for any chinks in the armor of EDG right now.
Soil gonna be in a lot of trouble there, and it's still able to fall back at least. Still so scary, and to think that was just the warning shot of EDG. That was basically what Xby was doing, but this time they are the one doing it this time. Esticle to meet them here onto Lamb, not really the best target right now as they turn. SY gonna be here as well, Stacy's gonna be used, but Xiao Jiang still has to fall back. Langui will be the sacrificial support, and EDG will cancel the push.
Yeah, EDG was able to buy time. Thundertalk was able to buy time, and looking at the timer as well. Have 10 seconds left for this Elder Drake. EDG is now recalling. It's gonna be so hard for Thundertalk to be able to start this this Dragon as well, just because of how big the health bar of this Elder Drake. But because of the time that has been bought by Thundertalk, they're now starting this off. They're looking for a fight, but do remember that Ornn does not have ultimate. I don't think he will have it up for this fight.
But GA is available. Can they actually pull this off? 0711 will try 3,000 days to be left on the Elder Dragon. The field's not gonna come through. Thundertalk will secure it. Until EDG is gonna be pushing through the fight. Soil is gonna be here. The takeover with the Camilla's gonna be charged. I'm gonna be going in as well with the counter strike. Still unable to land it onto the members of Thundertalk. They're running it away. Z trying to speed himself back to fall out, but it's not gonna be allowed. Xiao Jam is getting them one by one. Yu's gonna be here as well with Evil playing. Counterforce got the videos by SF1 to try to sway him back, but despite the Elder Dragon, the triple kill is going to be secured by Xiao Jiang. Denial with the stasis, and alone will remain alive. EDG can just run it down mid.
Yeah, EDG is about to finish this game. It's only going to be Xby to defend if they can still keep their undefeated streak here, Giang.
Top lane is going to be the way. Langvi is going to go in. EDG wants to crumble Thundertalk, and this is one way to do it. First step completed.
Yeah, and gods do bleed. Thundertalk fall here in game 1. EDG